Nvidia's getting sued for a faulty component of their RTX 4090 GPU. The component in question is their infamous 12-volt power connector that caught fire in a few instances. And the lawsuit members say that if they would have known about the issue with the card catching on fire, they would not have bought it. Pretty shocking news, I know. Now, Gamers Nexus has done some in-depth testing of the connector, and they say that the issue can occur because of possible debris in the connector, either from the factory or while installing the card, or because the cable just wasn't plugged in properly all the way. By the way, if you'd like some more tech news, please follow the channel. Obviously, people are upset that their $1,600 GPU could possibly burn down their house, but I mean, this stuff happens from time to time with new electrical components. Alright, so pretty much everyone has heard about the 4090 meltdown fiasco with their 12-volt power connector because obviously it's a pretty big issue. You know, electrical fires are no joke. This is why a lot of tech YouTubers tell you to invest into a very good power supply, because if you have a cheap power supply and something happens, you know, maybe you get a spark in there that can then just ignite a fire, and you know, it can potentially literally burn down your building. Which is obviously a big problem. So this lawsuit is pretty interesting, you know. So the members of the lawsuit say that if they would have known about the issue, they would not have made the purchase, which is like, well, obviously, you know, but obviously something like this gets people angered a lot more because the card is also crazy expensive in the first place, you know, starting at $1,600 for the Founders Edition card, and you know, the aftermarket cards with better cooling and stuff like that should be more expensive than that as well. So, you know, people aren't really pleased with Nvidia. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen with this lawsuit. You know, Nvidia obviously isn't trying to burn down our houses because that just doesn't make business sense for them, because then they just wouldn't have people to buy their products. You know, so this is just something that happens. You know, sometimes it happens with cases, for example, where they include a connector for the graphics card so you could mount it in a different way and stuff like that. So it's unfortunate. It doesn't seem like Nvidia just straight up cheaped out on the connector. It seems to be a problem with some debris getting stuck in the connector. Now, whether that is from the factory or whether that happens while you're actually installing the card, that is up for debate. And a lot of people are also complaining that apparently the cable, when you put it in, it seems like it's in properly and it works, but then it can then eventually catch fire because it's just like not inserted in all the way. So it's a bit of an interesting issue. You know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't think Nvidia is going to get in trouble with this. They're just going to receive some more bad press, but you know, that's just how it is. These sorts of things happen. Unfortunately, it can be very problematic. You know, obviously, if a GPU just catches fire from a little spark in the connector like this, and you know, maybe you live in a wooden house like me, which could potentially just go up in flames and, you know, just burn you alive, which would kind of suck, you know, not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think this lawsuit's really gonna go anywhere.